hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is JLeesCorner. This is a review for Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, season 4, episode 13. I hope everybody had a great weekend and everything. Yeah. So if you have not done, girl, fix it. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBirds. Dun, 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 and all that good shit. It's 3:30 in the morning, y'all. Y'all know sometimes I just can't do it. It don't be in my throat the right way. Ignore the clothes back there. I'm donating those. I gotta just put them in the bag. But let's get started on this review. The videos will be up now between at like 11, because even putting them up at 8, they be getting flagged at like 8:30. I be sleeping at 8:30, so I'm gonna start putting them up at 11 because I be up by 11. And so that way, if it gets flagged, I can pull it down quick enough to get a review quick enough to get it back up quick enough. So we see Giselle. Giselle called Ashley on the phone, okay? Because the last time we saw all of them, they were at Juan's birthday party and they was getting in Ashley's buttocks, okay? And kind of like, I'm not up there. Anyway, so Giselle bring up, I really do have Ashley's back. I say, girl, when? When? When do you have, when does Giselle, when do you have anyone's back besides yours first? Sometimes, Robin. But no, you don't have anybody's back as much as you have your own. So she brings up how she wants to move forward with Ashley because she does not want to be any weirdness, because Ashley took offense to things that she said at Juan's party. I mean, when you asked her, was her husband gay? Okay, I just feel like sometimes you go too damn far. So anyway, Ash like, all right, it's fine and whatnot. What's up? She invites Ashley to come to her house to look at it because her and Robin will be there, and she just wants them to like kind of walk through the house. So we do see her at the new house with Robin and Ashley. Um, Her bathroom don't work, honey. Robin had to pee, honey, and Giselle pulls some napkins out of her pockets and said, "Girl, here you go. Just go in the bathroom. Ain't no running water. Just go pee outside. Just go pee outside." I feel like peeing outside probably would have been cleaner than peeing over that toilet. It was dirty. Ooh, it looked nasty. It looked nasty, okay? And she said the first thing your house, they gotta go is that toilet. Girl, you would know, because your toilet at your old house, I think, was bad too. Anyway, so they walk around looking at things or whatever, and what she wants to do. And Rob said, you know what? If you want, say, I can give you some pointers. I can give you my input, because I have, or I tried to flip a house, okay? And Robin, I guess that's nice to offer. And Giselle said she would welcome said advice even if she didn't agree with it. And oh, that's what friends do, said Ashley. I said, Ashley, girl, you just walked into the line saying, speaking of that's what friends do, here comes Giselle. And not only that, but girl, Robin, I would not want to take advice from Robin about how to get a house together. Because I think Robin had a starter home that has taken her like a year to get together. And I know, stalling works, and stalling works. I know stalling happens, the contractors messed up, and that's because my mom had her bathroom redone. And the job was supposed to take 2 to 3 days, and it took like 3 weeks, and I'm still frustrated about that. But her bathroom came out wonderful. Okay. Anyway, so but I get that sometimes it's just contractor stuff. But I'm like, still robbing 10 months, the girl for get that little house. If you don't have the money to do it, then don't do it. Okay, you can't, because it just takes too long. Anyway, so again, Giselle brings up how, well, what I feel like, I wasn't trying to be shady, or whatever. And for you, Ashley, like, I feel like you were coming to me, telling me what other people had said, but you also said it in a way to where as if you were believing what they were saying about my husband, and I just did not like it or whatever. They then said, okay, but that's fine. So they moved past that part. They then started saying, well, yeah, because we was talking to Katie, girl. Katie said that her husband, her boyfriend, her ex, because they're not together now, but her boyfriend at the time, okay, said this and that about me. He felt like Michael was coming on to him. She's like, what? I can't believe that. That's just crazy. And Katie calls you dumb and stupid. She called me dumb and me stupid. I said, girl, yes, she did. Plain as day, all on camera. Girl, did not care. Said it with no Vaseline, okay? And so I think that's crazy. That I just don't get that. It's like, why would she be talking about me? And I was with Monique, talking to Monique, honey. And Monique told me how Candace was talking about me or whatever, because Candace kept saying how everyone was kikiing about me. And when I went to ask Monique, was she also kikiing? She said she wasn't. And then she showed me the text messages, okay? And then, like, she showed you the text messages, like, from Candace. I can't believe that. Oh, how could she do that? That is just horrible. Oh, she was shady for showing you the. I'm like, look. A lot of people last week was saying that Monique was wrong for showing text messages. I feel like this. I feel like Monique and Candace are associates. And I feel like they are falling out of associates' lanes really, really quickly. And I feel like Monique wasn't wrong for showing it. I would not have done it. Like, I don't show anybody the texts to my friends. I don't, but I don't think they're friends. So I look at it differently. I feel like they are TV show friends. And I feel like Candace wants her to be a friend when she needs her to be a friend. But I feel like at the same time, her and Candace have issues. So she knows that she has to keep receipts because Candace has a habit of saying things were said that wasn't really said. So, I mean, you keep receipts. Oh, dang. Okay, so we then see Candace and Chris. Candace and Chris is house hunting, okay? House hunting to get out of her mama's house. And, you know, they go to this house that has two master bedrooms. And they say, why do you need two master bedrooms? Oh, for like, if my mom said like she needs a space, and Chris said, or if my parents come to town, and I think that was Chris' way of saying, your mama not gonna have her own room. We gonna have a guest room for parents, and she gonna share that shit with whoever else comes here. Because we're not going to give each parent their own room. I don't think each parent should have their own. I do think you should have a guest room. Okay? A guest room. And whoever is a guest at that time sleeps in that room. But I don't, girl, I'm just saying. Anyway, because her mama don't need no room in her house. Not this time, she don't. They don't even get along that well. But, you know, they're looking through this house, and the house they're looking at costs $2.5 million. And when they said the number, Chris said, what? Whew, that's a lot. She said, yeah, that's a lot, but it's just the asking price. Right, it's the asking price. That house ain't gonna go down that much to me. You can't afford where you live in that now. You can't afford to pay your own mortgage where you at now. Your mom helps you with that. So you can't tell me you can afford a $2.5 million house. You've been in your mama's house for 6 years and you still saving to move. You can't afford that house, Candace. And Chris was being realistic, thinking like that's a lot. We can't afford that or whatever. So when they sit down and talk, you know, Candace said, you know, Chris, I can't rely on Chris to come up with a realistic budget, even though mine isn't realistic at all either. You are dumb, dumb, Diddy Candace. Girl, I just can't. You know what I'm saying? You know, and she then said, as long as we keep working, we will be fine. Anybody who says, I can afford this as long as we consistently work. I feel like there's a difference between, you know, working to sustain your household and working to sustain a household that you can't afford, even if your check's short. 1 week, you're going to be out. The way she said it meant we can't afford to not work. That ain't smart. You don't get no house that you can't afford to be in if you don't work. No, don't do that. You just don't do that anyway. Chris, like, look, I just don't want to be at a point where we're in here and we're struggling to pay these bills. And she says, well, I could always just dip into my trust. Like, I don't want to dip in my trust, but I can always dip in my trust. And production said, well, how much what's in your trust? She said, I don't know. But my mom has done well, and she made a trust for me. So, you know, but I don't know what's in it. You know, and they're like, well, when do you get it? Well, I'll get it when I get it. I'm looking like, girl, so you trying to get a house you can't afford and use money that you don't even really know if you have, and you don't even know when you'll get the trust. What kind of sorcery? Ignorant girl, Candace is gonna file for bankruptcy in about 5 years. True tea, all shade. She is going to file for bankruptcy in about 5 years because especially if she don't listen to Chris. Chris seemed logical when he said we can't afford this house. If they would have went to a house that costs maybe half a mil, y'all can probably do it because you can't afford where you at now without the help of your mother. And if you're trying to move to get up on her thumb, you would not want to move into something that you can't afford. And then they said, like, well, you know, I also don't want to ask for the trust because the trust would be like me asking my mom for money. Then you can't afford that house. just stupid. My mom did really, really well. I don't know how much is in my trust, but I have a trust and I may use it. No, you can't. You should not. If you can't. Anyway, that was them talking. That was really all it was. We see Karen and Ray at home with the kids. Okay, the son, I got a picture. I don't think I've ever seen her son with their son before. So I was like, oh, they had a son? Okay, I guess so. So the son is home, that's the son. I got a picture of him and his daddy. I was like, who does he look like? I think he's a cross between them two, because at one point I look at him and I see Karen, but I also see, I also see Ray. And I'm like, okay, they kind of, but that's her son. And of course, I don't remember what his name is, okay, because y'all know I'm horrible at names. And then of course, Karen and the daughter was there too. It was a really, really, really cute scene. It was really, really cute. It showed Karen and Ray in a lighter, younger type of situation. They felt airy, like woo or whatever. It was cute. Okay, laughing about how they used to always have seafood nights or whatever, and they talk about how it was a great time and for Karen to have her perfume line, and she said the perfume was like it was a female and also a male, and they're like, oh really? Yeah. And he said, well, why call it Ladon? Like, you can call it some other name. It could be like a man fragrance too. Well, I'll think about that if I do something else. I'm like, well, we're gonna be quiet. But again, it was a cute little scene or whatever. Ray brought up how, you know what I'm saying, what is it, will y'all ever work together? And Karen said, me and Ray would never work together because, I cannot work with Ray. He's like, why not? Because you're too controlling, Ray. You're too controlling. And then Ray said, but you always control the remote control. I was like, oh, then that's cute. Again, it was a cute scene. Like, oh, he don't like that she control the remote control. Because he want to watch what he want to watch on TV. But the kids laughing. It was a very, very, very great moment, and I'm happy they popped that on in there. So we seen Ashley. Am I gonna have a dinner? I don't think we care too much about it. He brings up how he's still upset about the ladies kind of using the whole situation or whatever, and kind of connecting old situations to new allegations that weren't connected or whatever. And like, well, I'm gonna move past it. I feel like. Michael would never live these allegations down, and even with the footage, the audio that came out of him saying, "Oh, my bad" or whatever, I think some will always fully did it. I don't think he did it. I don't think it was purposely. I don't. And Carmen, you must be dumb. I don't. I think not that I think it didn't happen, but I don't think it was a let me physically, whatever you. But I mean, I'm moving past it. I'm pretty sure he won't be grabbing nobody else's butts out in these streets. And I feel like him and Ashley are still putting up a united front. So girl, I don't care that much. But again, they gonna move forward. And then Ashley brings up how she wants to go to Atlanta to meet her father. Even though her father, who she reached out to on social media or whatever, blocked her. And, even though he has not reached out to her in her whole life, she still wants to go to Atlanta to see him in person to try to get him to acknowledge her presence, okay? And I'm like, if somebody won't acknowledge her presence via a Facebook message, I don't think you're supposed to drive there and see him or fly there. I don't think it's supposed to happen. He tells her he does not think it's a good idea, especially for him to go with her mom. And I feel like maybe you go first and then your mom goes, or maybe she goes first and you go, but I don't think y'all should go together. And I don't agree with that. I feel like she should go to mom, even though I feel like her mom is something they're not telling us that happened. It's something that they are not saying on camera that happens, and I don't know what it is or whatever. But she brings up how I couldn't dare go at this alone. I can't think of anyone better to go with me than my mom. Now, I think that's true because it's her ex. You know what I'm saying? So, I like how she said she just needs to close that chapter so that she can move forward. Because, I feel like if I go and he, whatever happens, if he either acknowledges me or if he doesn't, I can say that I did the most that I could do to get it done. So, I'm like, it is what it is. Girl, I mean, every person has the right to go and try to see if a birth parent will give them the time of day. But you just at some point you have to stop trying. And I'm assuming since he blocked her on social media, that was her end goal game. So her going there is her end game, and we shall see what happens with that. So we do see Monique. Quick little second, Monique is pregnant. Okay, Monique is saying how her doctor's saying that she is not gonna make it to her due date, and that when she has the baby, she gonna have the baby probably wherever she is. So she's like, we need to have a plan. Okay, we have a plan to figure out what we're gonna do, because if I go on labor, we're gonna do. And so she's like, well, Chris, go get my medicine ball. I'm gonna get my medicine ball. She's like the little ball that she sits on, and she works her hips or whatever. And so Chris is in the other room with the kids, and she's like, Chris, oh my God, my water broke. And I'm looking like, her water broke on TV. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? But sure enough, she is tricking Chris. And Chris is like, what's... And she was like, Chris. And Chris like, is somebody calling me? And she's like, Chris. He like, Mo? Chris, come here quick. Kia, tell Daddy to come here real quick. So it was funny because when she kept screaming but wasn't like moving, I'm like, she's trying to make him come to her. I said, she's doing it because if it was an emergency, what would you be doing? So he finally get close. Oh my God, my water broke. It's so early. He like, what? She's like, oh my God, I'm going to call Dr. So-and-so. Come here. So as he's getting to her and she's on the phone talking to whoever, he's grabbing his phone as well. Chris is calling 911. When Monique realized he's calling 911, that he's called 911, she's like, no, Chris. And she just busts out laughing. And he like, Monique, are you okay? Like, I need my wife was up, she's in labor, and they're like, sir, what's the address? And she's like, no, hang up the phone, like I was joking. And then he sees that she's laughing. He's like, are you okay? And she's like, yes, I'm fine. And you can hear her laugh, and he's like, ma'am, I'm so sorry, like, it's a false alarm. I'm like, she's okay, thank you. And she hangs up the phone. And she's like, I did not think that you would call 911. And she said how she felt like, them doing that made them both realize they're not prepared. Because, again, he called 911. And she told him, I'm calling my doctor. So they weren't prepared. So I thought that was cute. We then see that all the ladies except Monique and Ashley go to a gala that Katie invited them to. Now, Monique is just too pregnant to go. She don't feel like going. Katie kind of wasn't invited. I mean, Ashley kind of was not invited by Katie. Now, Candace brought her mom. Her mom was her mom. She's still good. Like, how is therapy going? It's going good for Candace. I was like, you were so... Well, it's going good for us. I guess, we're working on boundaries. I guess. I don't know, whatever. But Candace, she's a brat. She is. And then Giselle said, but you raised her. I said, girl, that's true too, whatever. So we then see, like, no one knows what this guy is for or anything. And where's Katie? Katie ass is late. So... Katie do show up with her mom as well, and Katie's mom and Candace's mom hit things off. I think they both was drunk because she's like, yeah, man, because Candace's mom, like, had a loud voice, and that's how my voice is when I'm drunk. Me and Candace is in therapy to work on boundaries. I said, why is you talking so loud? Like, is it loud? It's loud in there or whatever. So she's like, oh, that's like me and Katie. We raised monsters. Oh, girl, we should talk. I'm like, oh, Lord, now they bonded. Lord Jesus. But we do see that Katie there, too. And Katie don't really know what the benefit is for. And they say, so what are we here for? Like, who invited us or whatever? Oh, my mom is friends with the director of the stuff. So, we'll just drink, have fun. I look like Katie. That's why Katie not invited to the reunion, because she don't give nothing. Okay, it was a girl. And after that, everybody tipsy. So we then see them chit-chatting. So Katie's boyfriend is there too. So they're like, oh yeah, so like what? Katie told us that Michael said. What did Michael say? Like, what did he say? This is what he said. He says, Michael asked me, I'm going to read the verbatim what he said, because what Katie said, her boyfriend said that Michael said isn't really what the boyfriend said that Michael said. Okay, so listen closely. Okay, Katie said, my boyfriend told me that Michael said to him to make sure that he calls him on a private line. And I kept saying to myself, well, I'm like, well, how does anybody know about a private? I was confused about that. And she said that he also said that he said it in a sexual way. Okay. So boyfriend says, okay, So Michael asked me, like, why do you have so many phones? I said, oh, well, these two phones are my business phones, and this is my personal phone. He asked him, well, if I was to call you, like, which one would you answer? He says, oh, well, I always answer my business phone first. He said, Michael then said, if you're on a call on your business phone and I called you, I bet you would still answer the phone for me. That's what he said. So they was like, what? Oh my God. To me, I was like, that's not what Katie said it said. That's not Michael saying, I want you to call me on your private line. It's not the same thing. And I feel like, again, they be putting mountains on molehills. Mountains on molehills, okay? And then they said, well, was he joking? Was it like flirty? He was like, well, I don't really know. But Katie said he told her that Michael was flirting with him. So my thing is, again, people putting 20 on 10 just based on it's good ammunition. It's good ammunition, and oh, it'll get me on the episode. It'll get me on. I don't believe it, because again, what he said, Michael said, and what Katie said is two different things. And with the way he explained it, it wasn't sexual. It seemed more like joking, like, oh, if you're on the phone, if I call you, I bet you answer the phone. I mean, that ain't like something I want to suck your dick. I just, I'm like, that's not what Katie said he said. That's not it. So Katie was lying. Katie was putting 20 on 10, mountains on molehills, and, out here leading people astray. Anyway, I feel like all the ladies are reaching. Oh my God, I cannot believe the butt grab, and now this. I'm like, this ain't even added. It shouldn't even be added to it. Y'all putting 20 on 10. This is aggravating or whatever. So Katie even bring up, yeah, because I can't believe Ashley, whatever. 'Cause, she closed eyes. They're like, what? Did she? She sold it? Yes. And she don't have nothing without Michael. I'm looking like, oh my God. So now Katie gonna say that Ashley has nothing without Michael. But girl, pot, meat, kettle. Anyway, we then see Giselle tell Candace, because Candace is there too, how Ashley told her that Monique showed her the text messages between them. She's like, what? She's like, yeah, Athie said that, she was talking to Monique, and Monique was saying how she kind of wasn't, reveling in her demise or the story or whatever, but you were, and to prove that she was innocent and you were not, she showed Athie y'all text messages. I cannot believe that, and if this is true, I feel betrayed. Giselle said, you need to check her, because, she threw you up under the bus, okay? She's supposed to be your friend, and she just threw you away or whatever, and then you should be like, fuck Monique. I say, Giselle, are you really that junk? Girl, when Giselle said, forget Monique because I don't get why she keeps saying that I don't care about stuff she's going through. And Robert, I think she just needs to be real. Like, she needs to be a real person. And then Giselle's right because she can't do that because she's perfect and her husband's perfect. And I'm like, Giselle, your green eyes are showing. You are envious of Monique. And I feel like you always, from the moment Monique came and sat down at that first episode, and you acted like that she did not have a house, that she did not own a home, and she said, no, I own 4. Since that moment, you have not liked Monique at all. And the crazy part is, as much as you and Robin want to make it seem as if Monique is the one who is not a real person, I don't think I've ever seen Monique try to make it seem as if her and Chris are perfect, because she showed the issues between her, Chris, and the mama. When she went on the trips, whatever, she said how her and Chris be arguing when she go away or whatever. She has shown that her and Chris has issues, but she also shows that they have a strong marriage too. You may not know that, Giselle, because you don't have a marriage. And Robert, we know you don't know that because you and Wine, we don't know what y'all are. But I feel like to make it seem as if Monique is out here faking the funk or acting like she's perfect, I don't believe that. I think Monique has plenty of flaws. I think she showed that her life isn't perfect. The most that she say is that they are financially stable. And when you are financially stable, little issues that can ruin a marriage or relationship because you're struggling financially doesn't happen. So it's not them being perfect. They just don't have to struggle like others. Okay? Anyway, we then see Ashley and her mom go to Atlanta. They meet up with her aunt, who I'm assuming is the dad's sister. I think they said with the dad because she's white. So I'm assuming that's who it is. I don't know, but it was her aunt, and her and the uncle, who was the aunt's husband, and they're like, oh my God, it's been 20 years since they have seen Ashley's mom. And so they was sitting around, chit chatting or whatever. And Ashley said she feels like when her child is older, her child asked her about her grandparent, she wants to be able to have information about her dad for her kid, later on in life or whatever. And, the uncle brings up how, I have mixed feelings about you seeing your dad, mainly because, he has been dealing with a lot of demons over all these years. And, I just don't want you to get hurt based on stuff that he's going through. And then it's like, well, you do think he's still like, he still has those demons? And then he was like, well, yeah and no, like it's just a lot that has happened or whatever. I just want him to acknowledge my existence. That's really all that I want from him, is him to just acknowledge me or whatnot. And then like, we'll help you in whatever we can to go there. So the aunt and the uncle we're going to ride over to the dad's house with them, and they bring up how they're going to have the aunt go up to the door first, so the dad sees her first and isn't kind of caught too much off guard. And then, Ashley will be like, surprise, I'm your daughter, hi. You blocked me on Facebook? It's me. I came to your house. So, because the mama, some kind of way, her mom still had the aunt and the uncle's information, and that's how they contacted them in Atlanta. And so the mom also, in some way, shape, or form, got Ashley's dad's, address and stuff in Atlanta. That's why they all went there. And so on the drive to the house, she's like, "Oh my God, oh my God, like we're out." She was so aggravatingly nervous. But I mean, a girl meeting her father is something that I think all kids want. So as much as Addie's an asshole to people, and she has been an asshole before, I can't not understand her eagerness or excitedness, or to meet who her daddy is, and to hope that he, as you said, acknowledges her. And so she get there, whatever. And at first, like, I got the car, and like, girl, come on. So we see the aunt gets out first and goes to the door, honey, and it goes off. So we have to wait till the next episode to see what happens. Okay, so that was the whole episode. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you have watched until this part, I need you to, one, not say I'm pregnant for what I'm finna hold up. Because y'all know I love pickles. So you have to explain these two things. Can y'all see this? What's in my hand? So this is a Slim Jim, y'all know, and these are pickles. So you have to explain these two in the comment section. I'm gonna eat this right now, actually, even though it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Explain these two items in the comment section without anybody knowing what you're talking about. Okay, gotta go. Peace.